Oh, yeah, I was between house painting gigs. Summer of 77. I just finished the MFA. Yeah, so had Anna, but we did our own things. Made art, lived a life. I didn't have any babysitting gigs anymore, though. Celia was too old then. But I remember she called me up while I was trimming my chops. I remember that clearly. I had these killer chops back then, but my old lady made me shave them off. Too bad, too, 'cause those chops would have lasted a lot longer than that old lady did. But Celia, she called me up and she said,
I want to see Anna.
I'm like, huh? What? I asked her, Anna Mendieta?
Do you know another Anna?
She was getting real sarcastic, getting that teenage attitude. It was cool. I loved it, but I didn't think I should show her Anna's shit. I said, no, I'm sorry, but I don't know where she is. So she said,
then call her.
Fine. A week later, I picked up Celia and we drove back to Old Man's Creek. The field's grass had grown up as high as my Chevelle's bumper, and hundreds of white flowers had bloomed across the field. Celia, she jumped out the second we got there. Me? Well, I stayed in the car scoping out the scene. After I didn't see anyone else, I slid out the door. Celia already stood at the tree line. I thought I'd lose her in the woods, but she already knew which way to go, so she turned back and yelled,
Stop being such a slowpoke!
I wanted to shush her up. I'm looking around like anybody out there. We broke through the woods, making all kinds of racket, snapping twigs and kicking through weeds. I'm telling her to step lightly. Celia kept pointing at shit. There'd be a pile of dead grass, and she'd say,
Is that Anna?
Or there'd be a lump of mud, and she'd say,
Is that Anna?
Yeah, sure, you decide. I'm whipping around every time I think I hear something behind us, but we're walking, and then Celia, she squeals like she just saw David Cassidy. I'm thinking, stop it! I stepped out to the creek, and Celia already stood between six, I don't know, they looked like sarcophaguses. They were all made of mud next to the creek. They were each about 6 inches high, maybe 5 feet long, and 2.5 feet across. Some of them had full body silhouettes molded onto the tops of them. One of them just had a bunch of arms and hands on it. Most of them had already dried and cracked, but one still looked wet and gray, like it had just been poured from a cement truck. So Celia said,
She was here, right here, maybe even today. Why didn't we come sooner?
Then I really heard something rustling in the woods behind us. So I spun around and I said, Celia, come on, let's get out of here. And she said,
Why? No.
Shh. That rustling got louder. I heard boots breaking through sticks and brush. So I said, Celia. I really hissed her name like that. I wanted out of there. But she said,
What's your deal?
I turned around and saw him. He looked like he was more than 7 feet tall, and ridiculously blonde with this giant godlike beard down to his chest, but blonde, angry blonde. He looked like he was about to bury me in one of those tombs.